Welcome back. For those of you who missed his first segment, I'd like to introduce Robert Botello, founder and president of Terrene Sustainable Building Supply. Robert, nice to have you back with us.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be here. Nice to see you again.
And I understand you also brought a special guest, Don Carlisle of Carlisle Wide Plank Flooring. Don, thanks for coming.
Yeah, oh, it's my pleasure. Thanks for inviting me.
Now, Robert, Terrene is the largest, most comprehensive green building supplier in New England. And what made you decide to partner up with Carlisle Flooring?
I would say our commitment to quality. As you know, we spent a year traveling around the country in Canada, researching product line, and we've put together probably the highest quality, most cost-effective, and aesthetically pleasing products in the industry. And I believe that Carlisle is just a perfect fit for our company.
And Don, Robert comes from 4 generations of preservation builders and furniture making, and I understand that your company has a pretty interesting history as well.
Well, yeah, it's a unique fit, actually. My father grew up restoring and remodeling old houses throughout New England, and through that he learned a lot about the craft of creating traditional wide plank floors. So I was brought up with it as well, drying the wood and learning a lot about the aesthetics of a nice piece of old wood and how it could change the look of a home. And so it's not 4 generations, but it's 2 generations of a love for wood, yes.
And Don, what would you say makes Carlisle the industry leader in flooring?
Oh, I would say it's our commitment to making sure that we find the beauty in that old piece of wood and show it to people so that they can have it and share it in their home as they live on it for generations. It's, you know, you have to align the processing of crafting an old floor. It has to be done slowly, and it has to be done out of a care for truly finding the beauty in that wood. And my father taught me how to have a much deeper appreciation for wood. And we've continued that throughout our organization, and people look at their floors and they love them and they tell their friends, and they get prettier the older they get, and that's a special thing today.
And Robert, tell us how you've built your business around strong environmental and social beliefs.
Well, from an environmental standpoint, as you know, our company is completely green. All of the products that we represent are either sustainable or recycled or toxic and chemical free. And from a social aspect, we do a lot of work with the local community, volunteering a lot of time to work with sustainable committees. And in addition to that, very strong for us to work with local companies like Carlisle.
And Don, you must have a very similar philosophy.
Yeah, we do. A lot of it sort of goes hand in hand with your upbringing and just making sure that how you approach business and your relationships with those that help you craft floors for people, that you give back what you take, and you leave behind something for somebody else when you're all done. And we make sure that we take care of our people. You know, we make sure that our customers are happy for years to come. It's not just a one-term thing where you get the floor and you don't hear from us again. We support our local communities, but we support the people within our organization in many other ways than just the employee handbook, I guess you might say. And the sustainability part of the wood is sort of self-fulfilling. You know, we make sure that the trees have reached maturity before we harvest them to reclaim them for crafting these beautiful wide plank floors. And then the reclaimed wood that we take from old buildings, old barns, and these types of structures, they have an amazing history. You know, they're 400 years old.
And what is the importance of using reclaimed woods in sustainable forestry practices?
We take the wood and we sort of celebrate the beautiful imperfections that has grown in the wood for over the last couple hundred years, and we make sure that's indicative of the old floors you used to see in your old New England houses when they were trying to use the whole tree and the old tree to lay their floors, and we've maintained that sort of folk art.
And you offer a variety of floorings. Can you tell us about some of the different woods and styles?
Yes, I can. You know, one of the things that people don't realize too many times is that we do pines to hardwoods to light hardwoods, dark hardwoods, and many different types of wood. and we work with the wood to meet the look that the customer wants with their home. So it can fit in styles that go from very formal to very rustic, contemporary, and everywhere in between. And that gives you a much greater ability to meet a lot of different looks and styles for people. There's a lot more to wood than has been traditionally looked at.
And Robert, I understand that Terrene is an elite supplier of Carlisle flooring here in New England?
We certainly are, and you can find out more about that by logging on to terrenellc.com.
Well, Robert and Don, thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, it's my pleasure. I appreciate it.
And best of luck in building a sustainable future.
Thank you so much.
Well, thank you.
Appreciate it.
We'll give it our best shot.
Thank you. And stay tuned. We'll be right back with more on What's in Store.